Is Falcon good enough to be Captain America? There's a lot of people talking about this right now with the new movie coming out. Does Falcon really deserve to use Captain America's shield? Should it be Bucky? Should it be somebody else? So I wrote a story set in the MCU that answers that question. Before you ask, no, the story isn't canon. But if you love Captain America and the Winter Soldier, I'm sure there's something in the story for you. Our story begins right after Endgame, when Grandpa Steve is walking away and Falcon's holding the shield. He wrestles with a responsibility. Me? Bucky walks up to him. They watch The Wire together. Yeah. You. But why? It was going to be you. It should have been you. Bucky puts his hand on Sam's shoulder. Steve knew what he was doing. I trust him. And I trust you. But how can I be Captain America? How can I even... Do you think Steve knew? He figured it out. Just like you will. That night, Sam tosses and turns. He looks at the DC skyline, then at the shield on the mantle, which looks like it's staring at him. Can't sleep. Sam whirls around, seeing the perfect image of Steve Rogers standing at the foot of his bed. This isn't old Steve. This is the Steve we know and love. And he looks angry. Steve? Not quite. Are you some kind of shapeshifter? Because I seriously don't have the time to... Not exactly. Steve stands taller. I'm the spirit of Captain America. Beyond just Steve Rogers, I represent the hopes and dreams of the American people. And I'm disappointed, Sam. Why? You just haven't earned it. You could be Captain America. Maybe. But I'm not sure you have what it takes. Who are you? Captain America attacks Sam, fighting him with massive strength. I'm a super soldier. Sam struggles to put his hands up as Captain America kicks him through a wall. And you're just a man. Sam presses a button on his watch and his falcon wings fly through the room, landing on his back and fluttering out. But Captain America throws the shield across the room and cuts the right wing off. Too dependent on your tools, Sam. Cap's shield bounces off the wall, flying across the room and hits Sam in the back, knocking him to the ground. You're not fast enough. Sam goes for a pistol under his pillow, but Cap wrestles it out of his hands. You're not strong enough. Captain America breaks Sam's arm with his knee and pushes him down to the ground. Get up. Sam struggles to get up, and he's almost there when Cap kicks him back to the ground. Get up! Sam can't. He screams in agony. Captain America smiles, twisting the shield. You know, Thor's hammer has a lovely little bit of magic attached to it. It doesn't even let you lift it unless you're worthy. Are you worthy? Sam gets angry. If you're Captain America, why don't you use it? Captain America grits his teeth. For a moment, his form flickers. He looks ephemeral, spiritual. I can't. Steve is gone. Being here is difficult for me. And I need to find someone worthy to pass the shield on before it's too late. Beating me up isn't a great way to make me want to help you. Captain America puts out his hand. Take my hand, Sam. Prove that you're worthy enough to carry this shield and be called Captain America. I can see in your eyes you want it. Why should I? Because if you don't, you'll never know if you were good enough. He spins the shield, and you'll never see this again. Sam groans, then grabs Captain America's hand, and immediately they vanish into thin air. Sam jolts awake, falling through the sky. Ah! He falls through pine trees, branches, and lands on a snowy floor. You can see his breath, and he's wearing a wool sewn-together Captain America suit. It looks like it was made by Amish or pilgrims or something. It looks kind of stupid. What? He gets up, accidentally putting weight on his broken arm. Ow! He looks around. The night is pitch black. You don't see darkness like this unless you go really, really deep into the forest, where there's no light at all. And the sky is so full of stars. Hello? He hears a rustling in the trees. Worthy Captain America, my ass. Help! I need help here! These woods don't look like normal woods. It looks wild. Hello? And out of the woods comes 28 Algonquin warriors with blood-stained handprints on their chest, wearing skinned wolf pelts on their shoulders, with bows and arrows pointed straight at Sam. Sam puts his hands up. Whoa, whoa, sorry. Their leader, a warrior with a handprint on his face, accuses him. Ch. Listen, buddy, I don't speak your language, but I'm lost. I don't know where I am, but if you just point me into the direction of the nearest freeway, I can get out of your hair. Crunch. Bucky, dressed in a similar Captain America suit, lands on top of the Algonquin warrior. Whoops! He rips the arm of his suit off, revealing his vibranium arm that he got in Wakanda. Hey, Sam. Hey, Buck. I was negotiating with him. The warriors attack. Run! Bucky barrels into the warriors and he carves out a hole in their ranks. Sam follows him into the night. He holds his broken arm as an arrow whizzes past his head. Jesus! Where the hell are we? Sam asks. Dunno. Why are we dressed like Captain America from Spirit Halloween? I don't know. Do you think I know? Who are these guys? I don't know, but I'm guessing they don't want to be called Indians. I thought you stopped being racist like 3 months ago. I'm working on it. A warrior gets in front of Sam and swings at him with his bow. Sam uses his good arm to feint a punch and then kicks him in the face, knocking him to the ground. Let's move! He turns around to see Bucky crush 4 arrows from midair using his metal arm, and then attacking, taking on 4 soldiers at once. He uses his Winter Soldier strength and speed to knock them out with no problem. Sam looks at him, not feeling good enough. Even though Bucky's costume is patchwork, he really does look like Captain America when he's fighting these guys. Sam feels like he's just nothing compared to him. He hates it, but the spirit's words echo in his mind. You are not good enough. The archers fall to the ground. Bucky throws Sam one of their wolf pelts and puts one on himself. Ain't exactly a Dudas, but it's Adidas. Whatever. Did you see Steve too? Yeah, but that thing ain't Steve. What? I asked about his mom's house in Brooklyn. That thing had no idea. It's not Steve. They get cornered by the rest of the warriors and stand back to back. They nod at each other. They tag team and attack them, using their advanced techniques to make them fall. While the warriors are fierce and fight hard, they clearly have no training, and Sam and Bucky are actually able to deal with the whole group. They fall easily. Bucky picks up a bow and arrow, which is clearly just made from a tree branch. Doesn't look standard issue. Maybe it's ceremonial? I don't want to find out. Come on. They explode into a clearing just as the sun rises. Sam? Bucky says. Sam sees what Bucky sees. Oh my God. They see settler colonial America. Log cabins with wooden spikes around them. Pilgrims with thick furs carrying weapons. Bucky and Sam turn towards each other. With the sunlight on them, we see that these costumes aren't cheap. They're a product of this time. Hand sewn. Hand dyed. I don't think it's about where we are, Bucky. It's about when. The two of them approach the nearest Puritan, carrying a musket. He gives Sam a disgusted look. Sam turns to Bucky. I think you should do the talking. What? Oh, right. Bucky waves. Hello there. My friend and I are a bit lost. The rest of ye are in the barn. Bucky and Sam arrive in the barn to find Captain America standing with a ragtag group, all dressed in the same costumes. Among them is Sharon. Sam goes up to find Sharon Carter. He hates to admit it, but she looks good in her Captain America suit. But he can't think that. She's Steve's ex-girlfriend. Even though Steve traveled back in time and definitely has a wife and kids, and it's kind of out of his hands. He can't move in on his friend's girl like that. It's nothing. Good to see you, Captain America. Shannon smiles. I'll fix that arm later. What the hell is he doing here? Crossbones, the assassin from Civil War with the burned face, in a Captain America suit with the star ripped off, smirks at Bucky. Sam backs him up, facing the burned criminal. What are you doing out of jail? Bucky says. What are you doing out of jail? You killed way more than me, friendo. Sam gets between them. The president pardoned him. You know, after he saved half the universe from getting killed. At ease, everyone. Captain America puts the shield on his arm. He's the only one who doesn't look stupid in the Pilgrim Captain America costume. I'm sure you have a guess as to where you are now. America before it was America. 1621 to be exact. I've chosen all of you for a set of trials through important moments in American history to see which one of you is truly worthy to wield this. Bucky freaks out, pointing at Crossbones. Steve, Mr. Spirit? This asshole is Hydra. What business does he have being in the trials for Captain America? Captain America raises an eyebrow. You think you're the only one who deserves a redemption story? Bucky looks down, still ashamed of everything that he did. All those people that he killed. Sam sizes up the other people. It's him, Bucky, Sharon, Crossbones, a huge muscular guy who looks like he lives at the gym, a weak, skinny-looking guy, and an 18-year-old, surly-looking Nick Fury. He looks younger, he has both eyes, but it's definitely him. Nick Fury? Young Nick looks Sam up and down. Yeah? What's it to you? Captain America continues. This shield is a serious responsibility. I've picked the 7 of you because I believe that you are the best. I have a road of trials, challenges throughout American history. Fail to finish a trial and you'll be sent back home. This will all be a dream. But for one of you, he reaches out and puts his hand on the weak-looking man's shoulder. His hand glows with golden light. The weak man starts screaming in pain, growing a foot and putting on 100 pounds of muscle in a second, transforming into a super soldier. Oh my God, the weak soldier says. He looks like Steve Rogers before he took the super soldier serum. A just reward for a winner, I think. But I warn you, these trials will be very difficult. You will be pushed to your absolute limits. If anyone wants to leave now, this is your chance. He looks directly at Sam. I admit the only reason you're here is because Steve Rogers chose you. I personally don't see how you could become Captain America or handle the super soldier serum. But I have to respect his wishes. There's no shame in leaving. Bucky steps forward, but Sam pushes him back. Nah, I'm in. The rest of the Captain Americas nod their assent. It looks like the Avengers, but only Captain America. It's kind of cool. Then the contest for who is worthy to be Captain America officially begins now. The Puritans and the Native Americans are at war. If the Native Americans attack, you fail. The Pilgrims are starving. If they all die, you fail. America will never exist. Work together, find a solution, or the shield will die with me. Sam takes charge. All right, we tussled with the natives earlier, so me, Buck, and Sharon should go after them. The rest of you stay here. Try to talk to the Puritans. And why should we listen to you? Nick Fury says. Because Steve gave the shield to me. Not the way I see it, Falco. Crossbones stands with his arms crossed next to Fury. He's got it on his arm right there. The other people look between them, confused. Sam looks to them. That man isn't Steve. And Steve is staring at him intently. His expression is fierce and terrifying. Don't tell them who I really am, his eyes say. And then the moment ends. Sam's not sure if he imagined it. All right, look. Bucky steps forward, taking charge. We all have the same goal here. I think we should split up. Have one group go for the natives and the other group go for the pilgrims. Sam nods. Sounds good. Bucky, Sharon, and I can stay here with the Puritans. The rest of you, go talk to the natives. Hold on, Crossbones says. You fought the natives before, right? Yeah? So one of you should come with us. He pushes the skinny guy forward. Falco, you take the kid. Nick and I'll take Bucky. Bucky looks at Sam apprehensively. They'll think he's a god with his metal arm, Nick points out. It'll probably be easier to talk to them if he's there. It's a tough decision, but the right one. All right, split up. Sam, Sharon, and the weak guy all walk down the path to the Puritans. Sam turns to the weak guy. What's your name, son? I'm not your son. All right, what's your name then? Carlos. Sharon puts her hand on his arm. We're all friends here, Carlos. You work for S.H.I.E.L.D.? I used to. They are not my friend. He keeps walking, ahead of Sam and Sharon. Sharon turns to Sam. Let me see that arm. She picks up a stick from the side of the road and takes off her costume shirt. Sam looks away from her body, but he's interested. She makes a makeshift splint out of the rags from her shirt and the stick and ties it to his arm. You're welcome. Did Steve show up to you too? Yeah. It didn't seem like him, though. The spirit is colder, less human. Sam nods. I don't trust him. Maybe this is all a sim or a hallucination or something. But there's innocent people here. We have to help them. Guys? They turn to Carlos and see a group of Puritans with muskets pointed straight at them. Bucky, Crossbones, the muscular guy, and Fury walk through the forest. Indians! Oh, Indians! Crossbow calls out. Sam told me they're called Native Americans. Bucky corrects. Bro, who cares? Nick Fury responds. Bucky turns to the bodybuilder. Why did Cap choose you? I'm not sure. I ain't no winter soldier or anything, but I knew Steve. Yeah, I was just trying to make a difference in my neighborhood. It's where Steve grew up, so I think he liked me. After he put the shield back on, he gave me his old name. Nomad. Bucky smiles. Nomad. I liked him in those days. What's your real name, though? I'm James. Nomad is my real name. I may not have a metal arm like you, but I'm a superhero, and we can scrap to prove it. Bucky is surprised, but he backs off. Got it. Crossbones whistles. Out of the shadows comes hundreds of Native American warriors, covered in bloody war paint. Out of their ranks walks a beautiful woman, Pocahontas, who speaks in perfect English. I want to see the middleman's face when he dies. Back with the pilgrims, Sam puts his hands up. Whoa, hey, we're trying to help you. The pilgrim turns to Carlos. Doth thy slave allowed to speak? And why is your wife so scandalously dressed? Sam pipes up. Okay, look, I know you don't trust us, but we're here to help. The lead pilgrim, John Smith, spits on the ground. I know the devil when I see him. Next to him, one of their ranks falls to the ground, shaking. They're starving. Sharon pipes up. Oh, I know what this is. Captured, Crossbones, Nick, and Bucky all hang from a massive tree branch with nooses around their necks. Old America, same bullshit, Nick Fury says. Hey! Bucky cries out to Pocahontas. She doesn't look at him. Kill them. Cha-cha. They kick them off the trees. All of them start choking. Bucky uses his arm to rip the noose off of the tree and lands on the ground, swiping at the warriors with his metal arm. Nomad and Nick struggle, where Crossbones starts climbing his noose back up to the branch. Bucky fights through the warriors and grabs Pocahontas by the neck, holding her up above the tribe. All the fighting stops. Cut them down, the warriors do so. All right. Now you and I have some talking to do, Bucky says. Sam, Sharon, and Carlos watch as the pilgrims work to fortify the small village, which has wooden walls and spikes to keep the natives out. It's the end times, John Smith says. The Indians are going to starve us out, and then they'll kill us all one by one, taking their land back forever. We've only got one option left. What's that? Sam asks. Hit them first and steal as much food as we can. You may be a slave, but you're a great fighter. Will you help us? On the rooftop of the town's small church stands the spirit of Captain America, looking down on them. I've got a better idea. The three of us can sneak into their camp. The rest of you stay here. You're too weak to fight anyway. Aye, it's a sound idea. They would destroy us if we attacked full on. But how do I know if I can trust you? Sam puts his hand on John Smith's arm. Hey, if this doesn't work out, we'll starve too. John Smith smiles. Aye. Bucky holds Pocahontas hostage as he, Crossbones, Nick, and Nomad walk out of the camp.
You're making a mistake. For every one of the white devils that died, you've killed 10 of us.
Nick looks troubled.
Those men over there, believe it or not, don't want to hurt you. They're scared. And because they're scared, they get stupid.
They don't understand that you have a different life to them, so they lash out.
But it doesn't have to be this way.
Bucky nods in assent, making a decision. He lets Pocahontas go. She immediately runs back to her people in the trees, and Bucky puts his hands up.
I got this all wrong. I know what this is.
Sam, Sharon, and Carlos arrived in the woods to see the entire native population carrying food towards the village. The spirit, standing on the church, smiles down.
America's saved.
And the pilgrims come out of their battlements. Women and children, who are starving even worse than the men, weep with joy. Everyone sits down, native and Puritan, to enjoy the first Thanksgiving. And the Captain Americas watch it happen from the roof of the church. The spirit turns to the group. Well done, Barnes. You passed. He turns with wrath at the other people. America isn't about violence. It's about collaboration and determination when the odds are stacked against you. And one of you clearly doesn't have what it takes. He takes the shield and walks up to Sam, hesitating for a moment. Sam is terrified. Did I already lose my opportunity? But then he walks past Sam towards Nomad, who looks afraid. You did nothing while the rest of your companions negotiated with the natives. You do not deserve to be Captain America. I'm sorry. Back to bed with you. Wait! The spirit touches him with the shield. He screams out, getting sucked into the shield. Don't worry. He's just back home in bed. The shield gleams brighter. And then, all the Captain Americas get massive headaches. Their bodies are on fire. What's happening? Their bodies grow, gaining muscle, strength. Sam's arm stitches back together, healing itself. What the hell? And the group stands up. All of them with 1/7 of the super soldier serum in their veins. The spirit smiles, putting his hand out for all of them to grab. Come on. Next stop, Revolutionary War. Bucky and Sam look at each other, apprehensive. Sam looks down at Pocahontas and John Smith, hesitantly enjoying the food together. He nods. Then Nick, Sharon, Bucky, Carlos, Crossbones, and Sam all touch Captain America's hand at the same time, blasting into the future. Back home in Brooklyn, Nomad's girlfriend is shocked to find his burned body returned to their bed. She screams out, Nomad is dead. Only one of the people here will survive. And that's what I want to do for part 1 of this story. By the end of this series, you will know who truly deserves to be Captain America. And I want to finish it before the new movie comes out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.